What's up, everybody? It's Josh here, back with another Kansas City Chiefs related video. And today I am going to be previewing Chiefs versus Raiders, this time in Las Vegas. In the brand new Allegiant Stadium, it will be the Chiefs' first trip to the Raiders' new stadium for a divisional matchup on Sunday night. And I just wanted to talk about what we can expect from the game and all that good stuff. Honestly, this game, I expect the Kansas City Chiefs to dismantle the Raiders, honestly. Typically, I am a pessimistic fan, and I wouldn't be so confident in saying something like that. But we've pretty much seen that if there is an opponent that the Chiefs want to beat, they'll get up for the game. We've seen that time and time again. We saw it against the Ravens when they wanted to make a statement. And there's one more instance this year. The Jets, the Jets are the Jets, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the Chiefs they can run up the score if they want to. But I think this one kind of starts with, the fact that the Raiders had their little victory lap or whatever. It was kind of the big talk this week. Usually Andy isn't someone to step on the throat of a former coworker, really. He's not going to run up the score on John Harbaugh, one of his former assistants, guys from his coaching tree. Him and Gruden are pretty close. They used to work together in Green Bay and a couple other stops, I believe. He's not really the type to embarrass one of his buds like that, but after what the Raiders did the last time they beat the Chiefs here at Arrowhead, I think Andy Reid's pissed. I think the Chiefs are pissed, and I think they're going to come out gunning this time. But before we get a little more into the actual matchup, let me just say that Mitchell Schwartz will be out once again this week, which is kind of a concern because at this point you'd probably be asking yourself, why didn't they put him on IR if he's going to be out this long plus the bye week? I think it's because it's something like back spasms. That's what I think it is, and they're just really tough to navigate, and I think they just want to make sure he's 100% because this game isn't absolutely necessary now. The Chiefs should win this game. It's a chance for a big statement win, but they don't necessarily need him. And Remmers is filled in nicely, who was questionable at the Friday injury report, but I expect him to play. Sammy Watkins is supposed to be back, but he also had a calf injury that popped up this week. Of course, Sammy Watkins, typical, always injured. I think he'll ultimately play, though. We'll see how that goes. You got to be careful with those calf injuries, though. Especially with McCole Hardman out, though. You might be able to expect a COVID call-up from the practice squad. I'm not sure. Maybe Byron Pringle gets more time. I know Pringle would be good filling in that Watkins role, so potentially you could see more of him, some more of Robinson. But that's okay because the Chiefs still have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. And I think they are going to tear up the Raiders, Tyreek Hill in particular, and Travis Kelce, who is having one of the best years of his career. Mahomes is also playing at an MVP level, and I expect the Chiefs' running attack to be a little more involved this time around, especially with the addition of Le'Veon Bell. He's just always someone else you can go to. And he's been with this offense for a little bit now. He's been working. I would expect to see him produce a little bit more than he has been since they brought him in. He's an option that they didn't have the last go around. But the offense is always going to be the offense at the end of the day, Like, in the last matchup, they still put up, 32 points against the Raiders? Like, it wasn't the offense that was the problem. Now, were there a few drives that maybe they kind of screwed up on? Sure. But at the end of the day, I don't think you can really blame that game on the offense. It was the defense that screwed it up. It was one of the more weirder games of the Spags era, honestly. It was one of the worst defensive performances since he got the job. I think it was just a Raiders offense that they were not ready for, that they took lightly. They had never really seen Ruggs before. Darren Waller looks like a new player. I mean, even Aguilar was running all over him. But I expect the Chiefs defense to shore up this time around. I think that was an anomaly. I don't think it's something that, the Raiders are just a bad matchup. Really, what the difference will be in this game, I feel like, is how both teams play on the line of scrimmage. Last time, Mahomes was pressured like 22 times. That cannot happen again. I expect the O-line to play a little bit better than they did in that last matchup. And then this time, they have got to get pressure on Derek Carr. And Spags has been blitzing a lot, though, so especially since that game. So I would expect them to blitz a little more and hopefully hit home. They have not been hitting home too much, averaging only 2.1 QB sacks per game, which they need to step that up when you consider the fact that they're paying two defensive linemen 20+ million per year in Frank Clark and Chris Jones. Frank Clark has been kind of disappointing this year. Chris Jones, he's still doing all right, but you'd like to see a little more pop from him. But like I said, it just depends on how they play at the line of scrimmage. And then it's really just the defense, dude, because hold on, let me pull up this tweet. So Craig Stout, one of the defensive analysts for Arrowhead Pride, he says, the Chiefs defense, 5 biggest plays given up of 2020. Let's listen to this. Number 1, 72-yard TD pass against Las Vegas. Number 2, 59-yard TD pass against Las Vegas. Number 3, 46-yard pass, Week 5 against Las Vegas. Number 4, 43-yard run, Las Vegas. Number 5, 42-yard pass. Guess who? Las Vegas. The biggest plays given up by the Chiefs defense this year were all against Las Vegas. So I think that's something you have to consider. I don't think that's going to happen again. There's just no way. The Raiders offense, it is better than it has been in recent years, but Derek Carr should not be making your defense look that bad. But another thing to take into account is the fact that L'Jarius Sneed was not there for that last matchup, and L'Jarius Sneed is the one that you want to be covering Henry Ruggs. Charvarius Ward is someone they put on Ruggs multiple times, and that did not go well. He does not have the speed to keep up with Ruggs. L'Jarius Sneed does. They have a healthy corner group this time for the first time this season. They got Breeland, Ward, Fenton, and Sneed all together. That should make them play a little bit better. And then also Daniel Sorensen has been playing out of his mind the past few weeks, leading the team in tackles for 3 straight weeks. And then Willie Gay has also stepped up his production and playing time since then as well. I expect him to play a lot more. So those are just a few factors to watch for in this game that I think will be the difference. Typically Andy Reid does not like to empty the whole bag out against divisional opponents, but this time I think you can expect different because the Chiefs are pissed. Mahomes is pissed. The entire team is pissed. They took the Raiders too lightly last time, and they are going to come out a lot stronger. My final score prediction, I think the Chiefs will win 34-20. I think they'll hold the Raiders to 20 points, and I think they'll have a great day offensively. Mahomes keeps up his MVP resume thus far, and Mitchell Schwartz maybe will be back next week, coming off a win and the bye week, so that would be really good, getting your team back to full strength after a huge win. And then also the fact that they added DeAndre Baker, who should be elevated to the active roster by next week. You should have Sammy Watkins back, should have McCole Hardman back. That's going to be really helpful for the stretch run. So yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think will happen in this game, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.